Hi guys, I'm Sean. This is Alyssa. Gus is in our hearts. And this is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily. Holy heck, folks, we are checking out another video about the Hindu multiverse.
Yes.
We've seen a couple, if not more. We're still trying to remember all the details. Like, that's one of the challenges. We watch one video, and then a couple months later, we watch the next one, and we've forgotten all the important bits. And so we're trying to do even more investigating here and not leave such big time gaps between videos. And so we just checked out another one regarding the multiverse. We're going to check out another one. This time explained by a monk.
Yes. The YouTube channel is TRS Clips. So I'm guessing
Or TRS. Did you say that?
Yes.
Okay.
TRS. I'm guessing this is a clip from a longer podcast. Okay. I think I see him in his full podcast over here. Ranveer Alabadia, I think, is like the
host,
main
perhaps?
channel. And this is just like a clips channel. So yeah, I'm excited for this. This is going to be fun. We know a little bit going into it.
But for me to learn, I usually need to hear the same concept like 5 or 6 different times, presented in 5 or 6 different ways until it finally clicks. And so I'm hoping that this is going to help things to click.
Yeah.
It's not everyone's cup of tea to consume an entire podcast. That's why welcome to Will & Show's highlights channel, DRS Clips. Subscribe and hit that bell icon. Something I've been studying a lot lately is astrophysics, which is, the physics of the universe, black holes, the stars. And the deeper you get into astrophysics, you realize that the universe is massive. It's just incredibly large.
Very
you don't
old.
even understand how large it is. I mean, you think it's large, just read a little bit of astrophysics and your mind will be blown away by, how much more mega it is.
I just can't comprehend it, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Since you've read the Bhagavad Gita, since you've studied it, since you've read all these holy scriptures, does any of the holy scriptures actually talk about the universe as in, outer space, what's out there?
Oh yeah, extremely in great detail. So it's so fascinating, Ranveer. The Western world, about 700 years ago, only knew that the earth is flat. And they believed that the earth is the center of the universe. That was the geocentric theory.
Yeah.
Then it moved to the heliocentric theory that the sun is the center. And the scriptures in our traditions, the name they have for geography is Bhugol. The earth is round. They knew it all the while.
Wow.
And they have explained in so much of detail
Very smart.
that there are 5 mandals, 3 trilokis, 7 lokas. So the first is the Chandra Mandal, whose lok is Chandralok. It is rotating around a mandal called the Bhumandal, whose lok is Bhulok, the Earth planet. But this Bhumandal is also not fixed. It's rotating around the Surya Mandal, whose lok is Swarlok. And the Antariks, the space in between, is Bhuva. So this Bhu, Bhuva, Swa creates one Triloki. But the Surya Mandal is also not fixed. Now this I'm telling you from these scriptures, what they have described 5,000 years ago. That this Surya Mandal is rotating around Parameshthi Mandal. And the Loka, the planet there is Janalok. And the Parameshthi Mandal is rotating around another Mandal, Swayambhu Mandal, whose Loka is Brahmalok. So all this, now science tells us that like the sun, in the Milky Way, there are 100 billion suns. And like the Milky Way, there are 100 billion galaxies, which means that there are 10 to the power 22 suns approximately in this entire universe. However, now science is talking about the multiverse theory. Right? That there are other universes as well.
Like, is that more recent
And the
thing
Vedas say, you know what?
in science?
How
modern
many
science?
universes are there? All of this that you are perceiving is one universe. Like this, there are infinite universes. And each with one Shankar, one Brahma, one Vishnu. Can I tell you a little story?
Sure, sir.
Of course.
It is said that once Brahma went to meet Lord Krishna in Dwarka. And he asked the gatekeeper, tell Sri Krishna Brahma has come to meet him. So Sri Krishna asked the gatekeeper, tell him which Brahma is he. He asked, Brahmaji was astonished, is there any Brahma apart from me? So he tell him, the four-headed Brahma, the father of the four Kumars.
Please subscribe now.
And kick that bell.
The gatekeeper said, Sri Krishna called him in. So Brahmaji on coming, he said, Bhagwan, what was the meaning of your question, which Brahma? Is there any Brahma apart from me? So Lord Krishna smiled. By his Yoga Maya, he called the Brahmas of innumerable universes. And they were all coming and offering their pranams. And our Brahmaji saw that there is one Brahma who's got 1,000 heads. So our Chaturmukhi Brahma said, how big will be his universe?
Wow.
And then there was one Brahma who had 1,00,000 heads. And one Brahma who had 1 crore heads. And one Brahma who had 1 Arab, 1 billion heads.
Basically anything you can imagine.
Chaturmukhi Brahma, hailo chamatkar, Krishner charane asi karilo namaskar. Our Brahmaji fell at the feet of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna said, Brahmaji, there are infinite universes. Yours is the smallest. But that is the extent of God's creation. And all of this is 1/4 of creation. This is the material realm. And beyond this is 3/4, which is the spiritual realm, where this Maya, this Kal, this Karma cannot go. So that is when we say God is great, that's how great He is.
What's out there in the 3/4?
It's indescribable.
Yeah, I was going to say, big
Because
question.
our words can only compare with the glories of what we see here. Right? Now let us say that we wish to give
I would say the physical is probably just like more of a hell in a way. And the spiritual is like just everything's like perfect and
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how he sort of explains it here.
but like here there's more of it's a struggle.
It is a struggle. Yeah, you're born kicking and screaming, and
it can
sometimes
be,
you die kicking and screaming.
can be more interesting than just eternal bliss, but also very tragic and I don't know.
comparison. We will give it with material things.
Gonna
Give it
remind
with
of it.
material. We wish to give a comparison. We will give it with material things.
Oh yeah, you compare it to
And
material
that
stuff.
You always reference something
is
here in
made
our
by a
earthly world.
different energy. So this material realm
Energy.
is made by an energy called Maya. Material energy. And we see so much of glory in every aspect of material creation, from the tiniest Higgs boson to the biggest galaxies.
To Cristiano Ronaldo.
Sure.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Absolutely. If there's glory manifesting in everyone, to Sachin Tendulkar. So now, all of this is glorious. Imagine the glory of Yoga Maya. When the computer revolution started, one college boy came up to me and said, Swamiji, what computer does God use to keep an account of our karmas? So I said, computer is made by the material energy. And God has a superior energy called Yoga Maya, by virtue of which He knows everything that we thought of from the time we were born till today. Not of one lifetime, but our infinite lifetimes. And not one soul, but infinite souls of creation. So how does God manage to do all that? By His Yoga Maya. By that Yoga Maya, He creates His divine abode. So let it suffice to say that it is Sat, Chit and Anand. It is eternal, full of bliss. Now can you imagine objects made of bliss? And sentient consciousness. So that abode is Satchid Anand, full of divine bliss. It's for the perfected souls. That means when we reach that perfection, we will then be there.
Can you become imperfect when you go there if you fail a test there?
once we are situated in knowledge, then the ignorance will not overcome us again. Tad Vishnu paramam padam sadaha pashyanti suraya. It's that the soul is on a journey. So in the journey, we are slowly growing, and we're taking a few steps ahead, maybe a few steps back, and then again a few steps ahead. But once we reach that perfection, it means that now we are situated in knowledge. So when you have divine bliss, then why should you choose something far inferior?
Yeah. Jays. Well, it looked like he had some divine bliss. One of the things I was noticing throughout that was just how happy and full of life and vibrant he seems to be. And you kind of notice that with people who do a lot of meditation and have an active spiritual practice. They seem happier than the rest of us, right?
My opinion that it's less like, becoming perfect. It's like we're already perfect, and it's like undoing all the crap that was done to us.
Yeah, getting rid of all the
society, or just like the programming of like the certain belief systems or like morals of the society.
So
that
we come into Earth perfect, kind of. We're corrupted for various reasons, and then we spend a whole lifetime trying to uncorrupt ourselves, perhaps.
Or just like within is that essence of God, of the energy. I don't know. I feel like we're all like, I feel like the God is just like the, what are some people call it? Like source energy is like within all of us. Like we're all a little piece of like source.
Yeah.
So we're a part of like the creator of all being.
We are all
we're
one,
unaware.
I guess. Yeah.
And then I just think it's like just becoming more aware of that soul home or energy, or I don't know.
Yeah. So sort of, to become more aware of sort of your connectedness, and that everything is deeply interconnected, and that your enemy is sort of like another aspect of you in a certain way, right? And so this is interesting. We're going to have to keep exploring further here. Like I said, I usually need to hear the same thing kind of said 5 or 6 different ways by 5 or 6 different people before it starts to click. If anything, I'm really developing an appreciation for how ancient the universe was to, I guess, ancient Indians, which is quite fascinating. They really seem to have had a sense of sort of the vastness of what they were dealing with, whereas us here in the West had a little bit of a different approach, right? As he mentioned there at the beginning of the video. So, and
I'd love to know like how they knew that, or I just think they were probably a lot more connected. I feel like over the years, like we've lost that connection, and so that's also what I meant by like the corrupted in a way, or like getting back to that knowing and stuff. Like maybe we're just more aware, honestly, in the past, but people would perceive the older civilization sometimes as like less developed or something like that. But it seems like
we're seeing evidence that
whether it's with India or other ancient civilizations, like
they knew what was going on by a long time before we did. So.
Like the way that
in certain areas
were even able to like build things, or like the technology that they had. Like maybe it's not maybe it's not robots, but it's like
it is a machine. It reduces human effort as
and now we're so disconnected in just so many different ways where sorry, I keep moving my mic. It's kind of like we don't even know what to eat anymore. There's all this debate, and I got sucked into the different just like diets, like, oh, you should do this. Like we're just looking to other people to tell us what to do and what to eat. And it's like I think we're all different too. We've like evolved differently and everything. So like some people might feel good eating certain things and other people not. And like we're all fighting over like what's the best diet or what we all are supposed to eat. And then I think it's more of an internal intuitive knowledge thing. And it's good too to like bring that
well, if there's
energy to other things in your life too, of just like what. Yeah, it's just weird how we have to be taught like childcare even, or like we just don't know.
So I guess if there's infinite universes and infinite lifetimes, perhaps there's infinite diets and ways of being. I'm certainly looking into it.
You're probably getting tired, and
I'm not getting tired. I
wrap it up.
I got a meeting to be at, so we're gonna have to sneak off to the next thing.
Okay. So we'll save this conversation for another time. So please subscribe.
Yeah.
And click the bell, choose all from drop down so you get updated every time I upload. If you enjoy this, click the thumbs up button and comment down below.
And we love you all a lot. This
Love you
is
guys.
Internet Rabbit Hole Daily RH signing off.
Sign off. Bye.
Bye, guys.